This movie was an emotional train wreck and I loved every second of it. Let's discuss Bring Her Back. Welcome to Grave Discussions, your one-stop shop for all things horror. I'm your host Barnabas, and if you want more horror news, reviews, and everything in between, hit that follow button. It's been a little while. I've been trying to juggle dad duties, going back to work full-time, but I did really want to discuss Bring Her Back. This is the new A24 horror film by the Philippou brothers, aka Raka Raka, who did Talk to Me, which was my number 3 film of 2023. So I was super excited about this one. And I am happy to say that it did not disappoint, although it did leave a huge pit in my stomach after I watched the movie, but that's a good thing. If you thought Talk to Me was a gut punch in terms of, looking at grief and loss, then Bring Her Back does that even more so. But I think in an even more sophisticated and definitely more grounded way than Talk to Me. This movie kind of shrinks the cast of characters, making everything that goes on, in my opinion, way more intimate, and it follows these two step-siblings, Andy and Piper, who suddenly lose their father and have to be taken in by a foster mother, Laura, played by Sally Hawkins. But when they get there, everything kind of seems normal, except that she has this sort of weird, creepy, selectively mute kid named Oliver, and things begin to slowly unravel as they learn about her deceased daughter, who was also partially blind, kind of like Piper is. I won't get into too much more with the story. If you watch the trailers, then you can kind of get a hint as to what's going on, but I don't want to get into more than that. That said, I think the plot unfolds really well. The brothers do a great job, in my opinion, of showing, not telling necessarily what's happening. Sure, there's a few lines of exposition, but I think everything becomes pretty clear and you can follow along really well. Of course, there's plenty of traumatizing, emotionally charged horror, so many really disturbing scenes and imagery, and there's incredible practical effects work in this movie as well. I think in many instances, really, this movie is scarier and even more horrific than Talk to Me was, while of course being a very emotional experience, which is hard to do. The cast is excellent. I think Sally Hawkins is amazing, and then Sora Wong, who plays Piper, also does a great job. The cinematography, soundtrack, and everything else is on point. I don't know if it beats out Sinners for me quite yet this year, but I will definitely have to give this movie a rewatch, though upon initial watch, excellent horror film, one of the year's best so far, and I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Let me know what you'd like to see me cover next, but until next time, we'll see you back here on Grave Discussions.